China is the most populous country in the world with over 1.4 billion people. China has one of the oldest cultures in the modern world. But just because there are more people in China does not mean that all habits, rules and daily routines in China are considered normal for everyone. These are strange tastes and interesting traditions, from crazy wedding traditions to the use of guns by the police. It's time to take a look at some of the incredible things that happen incredibly every day in China. Nation asleep. China is the second richest country in the world. No wonder China is an ever-developing country. But how do they manage to stay so productive and efficient? What is their secret? Quite simple. Sleep research shows that good night's sleep can improve your concentration, learning, and reduce your stress level. In fact, sleep earlier in the day has been proven to improve mood, performance, and alertness. And trust me, the Chinese are well aware of this. So much so that sleep, especially afternoon naps, is firmly embedded in their culture. They have a common saying, if you don't sleep at noon, you will die in the afternoon. Still, the Chinese are encouraged to sleep during work hours in hopes of being more productive. No, seriously, factories and offices all over the country usually start their daytime naps after lunch. Why is it? Why? It is about the 1996-year culture in China, which stemmed from 2,000 people working from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. 6 days a week. Such a long schedule has sparked an explosive economic boom across the country, but you have to admit it's a very long work week, even if it includes a 2-hour lunch break where they can take a good nap. Now the afternoon siesta is so normal that despite people sleeping everywhere, on public transport, even apparently IKEA, this man has gone so far as to set up the hammock on the subway. But it is these electrical workers who win the grand prize for the dangerous habit of taking a nap on the job, trying themselves to tie to police, swinging 160 feet in the air, and taking a little nap, having to climb huge towers in incredible tiring. So they stay there all day to keep them from constantly climbing up and down, and they only go down when it's time to eat. This is what you call energy sleep. However, excessive sleepiness is not just about work, where daytime naps have been encouraged since elementary school. Take, for example, the children of Kaoheng Elementary School in Shanghai province. After lunch, the whole class gets on the desk and takes a nap. However, at the school in eastern China, children are now sleeping in tents as they claim that sleeping on the wooden table will lead to poor sleep and spinal problems. In any case, although naps have been proven to increase productivity, I don't think my boss would ever agree with this idea. I mean, the last time he caught me sleeping, I almost got fired. Red Sea. It has almost all red flags, so it's no surprise that red is an important color in China. In fact, it is said to symbolize good luck, joy, and even protection from evil. But they weren't so lucky when their river turned red and reached a length of 3,900 miles. The Yangtze River is the longest river in China and actually the third in the world. But in 2012, part of the river was painted a strange red color. Why is that? Why? Well, no one was able to figure it out. Also, they suspected it was the result of illegal garbage dumping. You see, the main concentration of reds was in Chongqing, one of the largest industrial centers in China. Thus, it looks like some kind of industrial waste was thrown into the water, which turned it into an obnoxious shade of red. Now, waste disposal has become a profitable industry in China. The waste management market is expected to grow by 7% from 2019 to 2024 alone. Companies can further increase their profits by hiring intermediaries to process the waste. Usually, however, the waste is transferred to the second intermediary until it is dumped illegally, for example, into a river and so on. In fact, reports say that in 2060 alone, around 1,000 tons of waste was dumped into the Yangtze River from the city of Helin alone. But perhaps one of the strangest cases occurred in 2013, when about 60,000 pig carcasses were found along the river. Suddenly, the color of the river seems to be the least of China's problems. Watch your demeanor. If you eat like me, you have probably been told me more than once not to chew with your mouth open. Don't smash your mouth, bump, and make a mess. However, in China, I used to be celebrated for my haphazard attitude towards food. It is normal to hear loud crackling sounds and smash your lips while eating noodles. This is considered a compliment to the chef and expression that you enjoy your meal. Honestly, this was a really good grip, and leave if you are full enough to brown, as this is also considered a sign that you are enjoying your meal. However, there is one food ethics that I think I get over, and it's the impromptu treatment of some Chinese restaurant goers with many dishes, including small bones, seeds, and skins. It was culturally customary to spit them on the ground instead of picking them out boringly. Traditionally, the act of spitting is considered cleansing in China, so it's not uncommon for people to still do it. However, this shows that cities like Guangzhou have banned public spitting in 2020. And this tradition is not as expected as it used to be. As long as there is no bone in my food, I'm happy. Heavy load. In 2018, China's total merchandise trade was worth an astronomical $4.6 trillion. This was about 20.4% of all world trade. However, transit vehicles across the country can be chronically overloaded, sometimes due to demand to exceed its supply. In fact, up to 80% for cars are overloaded, according to officials. But if you think I am exaggerating, just listen to the story. In 2019, two trucks were driving through the overpass of Jiangsu province. The first truck was carrying 7 pills with steel coils, the second car carrying 6 pills, and both trucks had a combined weight of more than 100 tons. The first truck overpass was able to pass safely, but when the latter approached, the entire trucks could not stand in it and collapsed, crushing the cars under it. Fortunately, the truck driver escaped injured. Unfortunately, others weren't so lucky, and it wasn't the first time either. Unreal statement that 69 brides collapsed between 2006 and 2060 due to overloaded vehicles. Slit panties. Oh, aren't they so cute? Cleaning overfilled stinky diapers doesn't make them sweet. Yes, it's not very nice. Fortunately, China has found a solution to avoid the apocalypse entirely. Many parents in China are less likely to let their children roam in diapers. How? Well, instead of the diapers that just let the child get dirty, they use the so-called split pants. This is a pant with a special hole in the bottom that allows the children to go to the potty wherever they want. And according to online sources, it's perfectly normal for babies and toddlers to squat and pops in public in China, whatever it's in a mall or on public transport. And if there are many Chinese in these comments, correct me if I am wrong, but judging by what they wrote on online forums, people often don't even clean up afterward, leaving the streets littered with human excrement. Eyes. Be it our body shape, eyes, nose, mouth, or hair, our ethnic has a lot to do with how we look, and that's what makes the human race so beautiful and diverse. However, there is one feature whose removal has become oddly popular. These dominant Asian features in the epicantic fold. The epicantic fold is an area of skin above the eye that can give people non-eyed appearance, sometimes called a single eye due to Western beauty standards. Many people think it makes eyes smaller, and so they do blepharoplasty to open the eyes, an operation that can cost an average for more than $3,200. Basically, the plastic surgeon cuts off the eyelid, removes the excess skin, and stitches the eyelid back together, creating the illusion of crease. And trust me, I googled blepharoplasty and you don't want to see those videos. But this isn't the only eye-level surgery popular in China. In fact, this is a traditional procedure known as shaving the eyeballs. And yes, it's exactly as scary as it sounds. Chinese citizens can visit roadside barbers who will take a shaved blade, pull the eyelid, and scrape along the lash line. Pyong Cho, a street hairdresser, is a master at this practice and has been treating people since in 1980s. He states that as long as you do this movement gently, there should be no pain or injury. The treatment is believed to improve eye health as it appears to unblock the meibomian gland, which can become blocked and cause discomfort. It's early 20th century, this method was widely used to treat trachoma, an infection that causes ulcers and scar tissue on the inside of the eyelid. And this practice has survived to the present day, when many claim that the treatment leaves the eyes feeling fresh. However, Dr. Chow warns that equipment can lead to infection if not cleaned and sterilized properly. So it may be safer not to put the knives in your eyes. Yeah, who would have thought? Of course, the Chinese. That's it for this day. Did any of these apps shock you or compare to what's going on in your own country? Let me know in the comments below, and thanks for watching.